Yes. And whatever the afternoon session already I have uploaded. Okay, usually I will upload immediately. Sometimes when I have some router problem or something, then only there will be some delay. Okay, so afternoons already it is updated including the slides. Okay, slides as well as even previous slides also, everything is updated from my end. So make sure to properly whoever is absent, you can watch the recording then and there itself. Okay, because by 31st I'm planning to complete the syllabus almost. Okay, 27th or 28th, by the end of this month SV will be done. And whoever is joining UVM, as I told, January first week we will be completing the UVM. Okay, after SV batch, when the UVM will start, that I'm not aware of it. So once I get an information, I will update with you people. Okay, yes. Now, so we were discussing about the constraints, so we are left out with the coding part right now. Yes, inside example I have given. Now coming to, yeah, inverted insert. See what happens here is same inside operator only, reverse of insert, sorry, reverse of inside. See, the address whatever it is there, it should not belong to this range. Then you can simply add a not operator, that's it. Okay, exactly, if you add not operator, it behaves opposite to the inside operator, that's it. Okay, see whatever the value I have got, 13 and 8. Okay, 4 is not in between 13 and 8, correct. 11 is not in between 9 and 3. I mean 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In this range only I should actually get the value, correct? No, but I'm not getting. That is what I have written here. Okay, inside does not belong to any type of constraint, Krishna. That's what I told. It is just one keyword, that's it. Okay, it is not belonging to any type of constraint, as I told already. Conditional means implication operator. Distribution means you'll be having that distribution operators. Okay, and one more is what, inline. Inline constraint means you'll be having with the operator. Okay, here nothing is there. This is a separate keyword, that is inside. Inside keyword you can use it in the conditional, inline, as well as distribution. Anywhere you can utilize this keyword. It's a general global keyword. Okay, yes. So not operator, if you add, it will exactly 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, so it will behave exactly opposite to the inside operator. Not only for this constraint, any type of constraint when you want to make the operation reverse, simply add the not operator. But how to add? See, this is my complete constraint. This one. See, I have taken the curly, what is this? Common brackets. Okay. See here, common brackets. For this, you have to add not operator. Okay. Syntactically, you have to be very, very clear. See, this is square bracket. Okay. So this is curly brackets. Okay. And the complete constraint is in the common brackets. In the common, for the common brackets, you are supposed to write the not operator. Some students, they will write here. That is again wrong. That's, it's not, it will not work in that way. Completely that curly bracket means you are writing the semicolon na, in that particular hierarchy you should write the not, then only it will get reversed. Okay, yes. Next. Now coming to distribution constraint. Now I am explaining the distribution constraint. Okay, yes. So here you can see address. This time I'm using dist. So dist is again a keyword which you will be using only in the distribution operator, distribution constraint. Okay. So constraint, name of the constraint, address is a variable that I have declared here. Okay. It will randomize, but for randomizing I'm adding extra condition. Okay. What is that condition? See, I am trying to tell 2 is having a weightage of 5. I'm telling weightage. Okay. 7 is having a weightage of 8. 10 value is having a weightage of 12. See, it is like probability. Okay, in the aptitude you are having a probability topic, right? See, it doesn't mean that 2 values should be printed 5 times, 7 values should be printed 8 times. No, it's not like that. It is like I am giving so much of weightage to this particular value. Okay, now when I run this code, I will see that 10 is printing more times, 7 is printing less times, 2 is printing really very less times. Means it's like that I am setting the priority. Okay, so now how many times I'm repeating? 10 times I'm repeating the loop. Okay, 10 times if I'm repeating the loop, see here, among 10 times, 10 is having the highest priority, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Out of 10 times, 5 times I got 10 as my output. Okay. Second priority is 7. Okay. 7, 1, 2, 3 times 7 got printed. Okay. And 2 times 2 got printed. Getting my point? I am setting the priority. I am not telling that 10 should get printed 12 times, 7 should get printed 8 times, 2 should get printed 5 times. It's definitely not like that. Okay, you can give any number you want, but see to that you are giving some near numbers. It is not like you are giving 1000 here, you gave 8 here, you gave 12 here. That is wrong. When you are giving the weightage, see to that those numbers should be some nearer values. Okay, 7, 8, 12, these are, like near values. Okay, like that you are supposed to set the priority. Okay, according to your priority you will be getting the output. This is the operator that I told afternoon. Okay, you, along with this operator, your people are supposed to use the dist keyword. Okay, among in addition to this, we are having another operator also, that is called as division operator. Okay, what happens here is, here what happens is, okay, first line you people have just seen. Okay, so 2 is having a weightage of 5, 10, 11, 12. I'll write here 10, 11, 12. All these three values is having a weightage of 8 in the first line I'm telling. Okay, 2 is having a weightage of 5, 10, 11, 12. 11 is there here, correct na? 10, 11, 12. Three values are having a weightage of 8. Okay, now 10, 11, 12 will be printed more times as compared to 2, because 2 is having less priority. This one you people have understood. Now the same scenario, when I write this division operator, distribution division operator, if I write, what happens, see, 2 is having a weightage of 5. Okay, that is fine. But here, totally how many values I'm having? 3 values I'm having, correct? 10, 11, 12. 3 values I'm having, and the weightage I have given is 8. Now what I should do means, I should do 8 divided by 3. 8 divided by 3. Why? Because 3 numbers I am having and the total weightage is 8 here. Okay, that 8 weightage I have to divide among these 3 numbers. That is the meaning of division. The same scenario, if you see above, it was equal probability distribution. 10 also had a weightage of 8, 11 also had a weightage of 8, 12 also had a weightage of 8. But in the division operator, that will not work like that. Okay, so 10 is having a weightage of 8 by 3. If you do, you will get 2.5 something, 2.56 something. Okay, so 2.5 weightage I'm having for 10, 2.5 weightage I'm having for 11, 2.5 weightage I'm having for 12. Now if you compare 5, 2's priority is 5, 2's weightage is 5, 10, 11 and 12 weightage is 2.5. Now which will got printed more times? 2 will get printed more times. That's how the difference will be there between the above line and the below line. And this division will happen only if you write the numericals in this way. Okay, suppose if you write a normal variable, it again behaves like equal to only. Here division won't happen. Division happens only when you are writing n number of numericals inside the square brackets. Okay, now if I run the loop, so main importantly, my concentration will be this one, because now less times 10, 11, 12 should get printed. Okay, first let me analyze this only. Okay, uh, 2 should get printed more times. Okay, see, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 4 times 2 got printed. Okay, now combiningly, like see, 10 printed 2 times, 11 printed 2 times, 12 printed 2 times, because it is 2.5 priority, no, I mean sorry, probability, no. 2 times 10 is getting printed, 2 times 11 is getting printed, 2 times 12 is getting printed, 10, 11, 12. Okay, but alone 2 itself got printed 4 times. Okay, means compare one by one. 2 is printed more times or 10 is printed more times? Obviously 2 is printed more times, because 2 got printed 4 times, but 10 got printed 2 times. Like that you have to do the comparison. Okay, so that's about the division. But here if you see, it is reverse. 10, 11, 12 is having more weightage, 2 is having less weightage. So 2 got printed only 3 times. Okay, but 10 got printed 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, 11 got printed 2 times, 12 got printed 1 time. Okay, it's like that. Okay, so that is how the probability distribution will happen. And make sure to divide whenever you are writing the numbers in the format of range. then only you are supposed to divide your weightage by number of numerical that you have inside the range. Okay, so this is called as distribution operator, and compulsory if you want to use these symbols you are supposed to use this dist keyword. That is again mandatory. Okay, so is it clear about the distribution operator? Division is very important. In the interview they will ask you the division operator. What about others? Any confusion you have? Others? Okay, so this is very important. Now this you can classify under the distribution operator. Okay, inside keyword it was like general. Okay, anywhere you can use inside operator. Okay, that was an individual kind of thing. Okay, yes. Next. Okay, next will come with the with the keyword. With keyword means what? Inline constraint. Okay, so let me. Okay, this is without it. No. I have taken one class and class, some two property I have taken. I have written one constraint. I am writing that data should be greater than 0 and less than 10. Okay, greater than 0 means 1. Starting from 1 to less than 10 means I mean to tell data should be in between 1 to 9. That's my intention. Randomization should happen, but whatever the randomized values I get, that should be in between this particular range. That constraint I have written. Okay, next. uh, the same constraint, if you think that while randomizing, if you want to add additional condition, okay, means already one of your colleague has written the constraint already in the transaction file. Okay, in the generator file you feel that no, one more constraint should be added, but you don't have a permission to edit the transaction file. Then what you will do? Like, will you go and tell your colleague, see, again they can't add because they are whatever the specification they had given, they had got, they according to that they have written the constraint in the transaction file. Now, when you feel that in the generator file some extra constraint need to be added, then you can use with operator. When you are randomizing, na, then you can use with operator, and whatever extra constraint you want to add, that you can add definitely. Even this will also work, this will also work. That's how inline constraint is going to help us in adding additional condition. Already condition is there, additional constraint if you want to add while randomizing, you can add. And this is very important, while randomizing only you should add. Just imagine this is a generator file, this is a transaction file. Okay, when you do not have a permission to write the constraint in the transaction file, you can use the with the keyword and you can add your additional constraints, whatever it is. Okay, so for here I have written the constraint for data, here I have written the constraint for address. Okay, see, address I have written compulsory it should be printed as 8, so I'm getting 8. Okay, and data should be in between 1 to 9, I'm getting 2 and 3. Okay, and I'm repeating the loop for 2 times, 2 values I'm getting. Okay, can you overwrite the same, means whatever the constraint you have written, na, the same thing if you want to write? Yes, you can write that also. Okay, in the further examples I'll show. And one more thing, only inline constraint can you write? Yes, that is also fine. Means your colleague has not even written a single constraint, but you are willing to write some constraint when you are writing the generator file. Can you do that? Yes. Means in the class nothing is written, no constraint is written. Directly while randomizing also, using with the keyword, you can write the constraint. Okay, so this is also fine. It's not like always you have to write the constraint and then only you should write the inline constraint. No, without writing the constraint also, directly while randomizing you can still write the constraint. All this wherever you have with the keyword, na, that is called as inline constraint. Okay, see, address is equal to 8. Okay, next. Okay, so that's about it. Again inside keyword. Okay, so that's about an inline constraint. Okay, now next is conditional constraint. I told implication operator, right? That is what we will learn here. Okay, so in the implication operator you will be having antecedent consequent. Okay, see, class and class, two variables I have written, only one variable I have randomized. Okay na, so this particular address variable only I will be writing the constraint. Okay, so constraint, name of the constraint, insert the flower bracket, inside the flower bracket I am writing if address. If, see, I am using if, I am not writing here, but while explaining in the verbal explanation I am telling if, because conditional constraint will work like if else condition. Okay, if address range is equal to small, okay, means by default I have written here anyways. Okay, if it is small, then only this address variable should be less than 8. If, then. Okay, so this part is called as antecedent. If it is successful, then only consequent will be executed. This is the like divider, okay, between the antecedent and consequent. Okay, and this is called as implication operator. Okay, but when you go to further concept like assertion, implication operator is having different symbol that you will get to know, later. Okay, implication operator part you will get to know later. Some different symbols are also used, but in the constraint, if I ask you people about implication operator, this is the operator that you are supposed to use it. Okay, if this condition satisfy, then only this will get executed. Okay, this is called as conditional constraint. Okay, here if you see the code, by default I have written small. If the small is successful, then only when you randomize, four different values you will get for address which is less than 8. Okay, so small because anyways I have written by default. Okay, 2736, 2736 is less than 8. Okay, so this is about the conditional constraint. Okay, so further, okay, so these are the examples for your types of constraints. Okay, inline we have used it, and when you go for IP level of projects, no, this inline constraint is having so many applications. Means when you are writing in the UVM project, when you are writing the sequences, when you are writing the test cases, many times you will be using these constraints. Okay, mainly in the IP level, if you study AMBA projects, okay, if you study any PCI protocol, if you do coding, okay, in that case definitely you will be using this in the sequences file. Okay, this is having more applications in the project level. Inline constraints are having more and more applications, because when it is like, see, you are an engineer, and where you, when you work as an engineer, the work is obviously done in terms of teams. Okay, if your team is working for test cases, you actually do not know what is written in the transaction file. Okay, so without even knowing that, you will be able to run the test cases because of inline constraint. Means you can add your own conditions when you are running the test cases. Now you can add your own conditions with the help of with keyword. Okay, because I can't go and tell every time to another team, no, add these constraints, because for my test case this particular constraint is required. I can't go and tell to another team every time. One or two constraint they can add. Every time I can't go and tell, because there will be minimum 30 to 40 constraints. Oh, sorry, 30 to 40 test cases. Okay, just a minute, I'm getting a call. Yes, yeah, sorry for that. What I was explaining about the conditional constraints. Okay, ma'am, validation test cases is called regression. No. That is not called regression. Regression means what, you know? If you have written 10 test cases, okay, usually what happens in the industry is, test case by test case, means first one test case you will write, you will run, it will get passed. Okay, next another test case you will run, if it is failing, again you will do the changes, you will somehow try to make it pass. Okay, like that, if you have written some 50 test cases, after writing, after getting all the pass messages individually, then running regression means what? If you write one command, means there will be something called make files. Okay na, in that you will be having make space regress, means in our office server it is make space regress. If I click that command, what happens is all the 50 test cases whatever we had written individually, all the 50 test cases will run at a time. That is called as regression. By doing the regression, what happens? I'm going to get a all over report of my project. Okay, that is actually exactly called as a regression part. Okay, got it, Krishna? Yes. Okay, but running regression directly is wrong. Okay, because see, if you have written 10 test cases, simply if you run the regression, you cannot get to know which test cases pass, which test cases fail. Okay, so what we recommend in the industry is not that is how the procedure is there actually. First, single test cases you have to run, you have to check whether it is working or no. If it is working, then only you have to do the regression. Directly if you do the regression, completely the project will be spoiled, because sometimes some errors are like that, that will stuck your laptop itself. Even if you switch off also, that will not get off, the error will not be it will be continuously running. Such kind of errors are also there. Okay, so that is why you guys have to be very careful when you people are working with regression. Usually for freshers and all, they'll not give regression task at all. Okay, if they give also, they will check the test cases in the background, and then only they will allot the work for you people. Okay, because that is that riskier work actually. Okay, yes. 1 minute. VLSI. Okay. Okay. That's about the implication operator. Okay, so here we have completed. Not like if else exactly, it is like if then, I think so. Okay, if then, because if the condition antecedent is passed, then only the consequent will work. It's like that, if then, something kind of that. Okay, yes. Now, coming to the next, for each, can we use for each inside the constraint? Yes, definitely we can use. Okay, and I will give one document. As I told earlier, many constraints are there which is related to your interview. Okay, which personally I have solved. uh, for the interview people, usually I will take advanced training sessions also. Okay, for the interview preparation for the people, for the client interviews and all, I am going to handle the session. For them only I had written that document. Okay, that document I'll provide for you people. Make sure to properly make use of it. Okay, each and every question is very important. That is for not only for your fresher interview, even for your further client interviews also, that particular document is very much important. Okay, yes. So we are having class and class. Okay, so two variables we are having, two properties we are having, that is address and data. Okay, next, I'll be writing four constraints. Okay, so in this four constraints I am trying to use, every time we run regression, each time it will run with different seeds. It will run with different seeds, right? No, it will not run with the different seeds. See, regression will be done only one time, right? Once we complete the project, to generate the final report, we will run the regression. Only one regression will be done. Again and again, we don't run the regression. Once we do the individual test case running, then only the regression will come into picture. Okay? Yes. And here what I'm speaking about is in the UVM, how the regression will happen. I got your point also, Mohammed. Like test cases, you mean to ask test cases when we are randomizing, na? Different values we don't randomize. That's how IP level is there in the verification in UVM. Okay, when you run the individual test case, that individual test case is designed in such a way that only one random value will be taken. Means what you mean to tell is, I got your doubt. You are trying to tell like this: suppose you have 1 2 3 4 5 test cases, this is one regression, first regression. When you're writing when you're running first regression, this is generating the value, some a value. Just imagine we are having some a. Okay, a is having value 44. Here same, all the test cases have written for a value only, with some different constraints. Okay, so here 45, here 100, here 104, here 95, some values are there. Next time when we run the regression, what Muhammad is telling is, we will be getting some different values, right? He is telling, actually in UVM what happens is, yeah, according to his question, if I go correct only, means when I run the regression next time, I am not sure that I get the same value, because I'm anyways randomizing the values, correct na? Definitely I'm not sure, I will not get the same values. I can get 100, I can get 501, some different values I will get, correct? But we run the regression at the end of the project. Okay, so any one result only we will take. Means there is no point of running the regression again and again and again. Actually that is useless. Okay, why regression? We need regression to submit the project report, that's it. Okay, that what Mohammed is telling, different values, that different values. For example, I am one team member. Okay, my work is to work with two test cases. So when I am working with test case 1 and test case 2, some 20 to 25 times I will run the single test case with different values, and I have my own report. Okay, that is enough. Individual test case only I am running for 20-25 times. 20-25 times different values I have already generated. This report I have with me. If they ask, I will give. But regression need not be executed multiple times. It's waste only. Okay, because we need only one project report. One regression properly 100% pass if we get, that is more than sufficient. But if you want to run regression multiple times, of course, yes, you will be getting different values only. Okay, yeah. So Mohammed, got your answer? Yes. Okay, that was a good question. Okay. So in the AP level, you people have to work on all this. Okay, running the regression, individual test case, and how to improve the coverage. Okay, all these points you people are supposed to learn. Okay. Mm. Okay. Now coming back to the constraint, can we write a for each loop? Definitely we can write. About what? See, for the arrays concept mainly. See, for each or for loop will come into picture only and only for arrays concept. And which array it is? Dynamic array. By looking into the syntax itself, you people should be able to recognize it. Okay, so for each of a of I means the index. Okay, that particular element should be ranging in between 4, 8, 12, 16. I'm telling that this particular dynamic array, whatever it is there na, that array's element should be in between these values. Just now I told you inside operator you can use it anywhere. Okay, next another array, for each of data of j, another index variable I have taken j. Okay, the data of j should be greater than, means the element should be greater than 4 into index. Suppose if the index is, so data of j should be greater. Once again I'll connect to pen, 1 minute. Data of j should be greater than 4 into j I have written. I mean to tell, whatever this index will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? No. So, for example, if 4 into 0, it is 0. Whatever the element I get, that element should be greater than 4 into 0. 0. Okay. Next, 4 into 1 means it will be, means d of 1. If I take 4 into 1, it will be 4. Correct? Na? So, d of 1 I should get more than 4. Suppose if I get 6, that is correct. Like that it is. Okay. There's some simple logic I have written for data. This one. Okay. And I'm telling that address size should be less than 4. Okay. And size is a keyword again. Data size equal to address size. So like this I have written, and I'm repeating the loop for 2 times. Okay. And to properly understand this example, maybe you people can write another display where address should also get displayed. Okay, like that you write the display so that you get a better clarity. Okay, so here also you'll get the output, but the point is this I can't prove. Okay, for this see, first, address size is 1 and 1 I am getting, because of course data size and address size should be equal I told. So 1 and 1 only I am getting it. Okay na. So now address value is 4. I got this as 4. Okay, and data I am getting 9. But for which value I am getting 9, I am not sure. Means it is data of 0 or data of 1 or data of 2. That to know particularly, you should write the display in such a way that address also should get displayed. Means data of percentage d equal to percentage d. Like that you write it in your displays. Okay na. Yes. Here next size is 2. Okay, two values I will give, means size in the sense width I am trying to tell, width. Okay, 2 means first I get 16, because address should range in between 16 and next I'm getting 4, and data is 13 and 32. I think this is for data of 0, data of 1. Okay, 4 into 1 is 4, 32 is greater than 4, 13 is greater than 0. Okay, so like that I'm getting the values. Okay, so this is how you people are actually making use of the constraint. Okay, mainly here I taught you people how to write the for each loop for the arrays, not only dynamic array, any array concept you can use the for each loop, and you can use the size keyword. Okay, size is one of the keyword. Okay, yes, so that's about the for each and size keyword. Okay, afternoon you guys got to know about how to disable the randomization process. Okay, now you will get to know how to disable the constraint. Okay, constraint also can be disabled, but how? Let us understand. There we have used rand mode, correct na? Here I'm not using rand mode, but I'm using constraint mode. Okay, again the same explanation. By default, constraint will be on only. If you want to make it off, you should use constraint mode of 0. Okay, if you do not disturb, then don't disturb. If you switch off, again if you want the constraint to work, then again you have to on by doing constraint mode of 1. Simple, same explanation, but in the randomization you are using rand mode, in the constraint you are using constraint mode. That's it, that's the difference. Okay, so class and class, so you'll be writing one constraint, and in this there is no example, sorry, there is no interview questions. All the questions are important only. Whatever the topic is there, every topic is important, and mainly one document I'll provide today. All those questions you have to practice without even leaving a single question. Okay, once you complete all these questions, still if you want, still I'll give, but make sure from today onwards at least 2 to 3 constraint every day, either before going to sleep or after you wake up. Please make a habit of reading the constraint every day till you at least get placed. Okay, again that whatever preparation you are doing now will help you for your client projects also. Okay. Hmm. Because constraint is something that even after 5 years also they will ask you in the interview. Okay, yes. So some constraint I have written, again created an object, randomizing it, I will be getting an answer. Okay, first let me comment everything. Okay, only till here I will print. Okay, I will, whatever the constraint I have written, I should be able to print it here because I have not disturbed anything. Okay, usually constraint will be on only until and unless I don't off manually. See, I'm getting my data. I have repeated 2 times. Okay, and I'm printing the 5, 10, 15 only I should get. I'm getting it. Okay, next, when I'm trying to, so this time I'm trying to disable. Okay, see, I have clearly written the syntax like, see, in the rand mode I was just directly randomizing using object.randomize, object.rand mode. But here in the object, which constraint you want to disable, you should write the name of the constraint, because you can have 10 constraint, but all the 10 constraint you are not interested to disable. You are interested to disable only any one constraint. So that particular constraint you are supposed to write the name here. Okay, the handle, the constraint name followed by constraint mode of 0. Now you will disable. Now if you run, you will not get the output. Okay, so now the constraint will not work. Okay, see, it is not working. Means you are writing the constraint telling that 5, 10, 15 you should get, but you are not getting 5, 10, 15. Again, if you want the constraint to work, again you should on it manually. Write it 1, again try to display. Wait, to randomize constraint. 1, repeat 2, begin and randomize packet dot address 0, begin, end. Is there any extra end? No. Yes, Krishna, you can leave. You can leave. Why this showing error? End module. 1 second. Packet dot address range dot constraint mode of 1. 1 minute. Oh, sorry. This is, I am writing inside another end. Okay. Here I should write. I am disturbing another loop. Okay. Constraint mode of 1. Okay, I have switched off. It didn't work. Again I will switch on. Okay, it will work now. See, again it is starting working. Okay, 10 and 5 I'm getting. Okay, so here I switched off, it didn't work. Again I have switched on, it started working. Okay, so that's how the disable will happen. So disable, see, we have, I also told in the randomization how to disable. In the constraint also how to disable, you should be aware of it. Okay, next. Okay, solve before constraint is not there actually. This is okay. Again, why? Okay, same examples. If condition. So can you write if condition inside the constraint? Yes, definitely you can write. Okay, if, okay, if that address range is equal to small, then this constraint should work, or else this constraint should work. Like that we have written some constraint. Okay, so obviously this will be small only. Okay, so you can go through it. Okay, same output you will get. If this is I always now address should be greater than 8, less than 8 only you will get, because here if you see by default I have written small. Okay, here I will get less than 8. Here I have written address range is equal to high. If you randomize here, you will get a greater than 8. Okay, let me show. If means my intention is to just tell if a loop can also be used inside the constraint. Okay, if else loop can also be used inside the constraint. Okay, see, first one is true condition, so address is less than 8 I am getting. Second time I am writing address range is equal to high. Okay, so high means I will get a false condition, address is greater than 8 values I am getting. Okay, so if condition also you can write it. Okay, and just now as we discussed, for each loop you can write. Okay, disable static constraint. Static constraint means what? Okay, so I am writing one word now, static. Okay, so what is the meaning of this static? I'll tell. So this is a normal constraint. Okay, again for the same packet, sorry, so for the same class I've taken two packets and two objects I have created. Okay, using different handles I'm trying to run the code. Okay, and okay, first let me comment till here. So this time I'm writing the word static. Okay, what happens if static is there? You people just observe. Okay, see, okay, I'm getting 5 and 5. Okay, we're using different handles. I'm trying to print. I'm getting 5. Okay, 1 minute. Why I have written a lame example? Just a minute. 1 minute. Okay, you can make this note. Okay, wait a moment. This is not the right example. I'll take. Mm. Okay, here only I'll show with and without static. Anyways, so here you got this constraint. Okay, next I will be able to I'm going to switch off. I will switch off the randomization process. Okay, and again I'll try to run it. Okay, see here when I'm switching off, which handle I have utilized? Packet 2 handle I have sorry, packet 2 object I have utilized. Okay, na, if I utilize packet 2, only this is getting switched off. This got switched off. What about this? Will that get switched off? Definitely no. Okay, see, oh, okay, 1 minute. This one let me remove. Huh. Okay, so I have used packet 2. Okay, and my intention is only packet 2 should get disabled. My intention is not packet 1 should not get disabled. Okay, see, according to what my intention is there, that is getting disabled. Okay, here I have not used any static keyword. Okay, when I do not use static keyword, as you people know, dynamic memory I will be having, which means what? Packet 1 is having a separate memory 1, packet 2 is having separate memory 2. Two different memory I'm having. Okay, now when I disable packet 2, only packet 2 is disabled, packet 1 is still working. Correct, that is what is happening here. Packet 2 disabled, packet 1 is still working. Okay, but the moment I write static, what do you mean by static? Both the memory are same, m1 m1. That is the meaning of static. Okay, both the memory are same. Now it doesn't mean you use second handle, you use first handle. Okay, you use packet 1 or you use packet 2, end of the day both will get disabled. Okay, now see, both will get disabled. Static means having only one memory. Okay, See, both the constraint got disabled, but I have used only packet 2 handle, but still both the handles got disabled, because if you write static, you have only one memory for this line. For this constraint, you have only one memory. Okay, that is the meaning of static. Okay, yes. And yeah, you can also write functions. Okay, inside a function and function, you can I mean, you can't write it directly, but you can write the function, and the function name is the s address. That s address you can call inside the function. Okay, functions directly you can't write, of course, but you can write it outside and you can call it. Okay. Hmm. So there is a class in class. I have written some function. The function name is s address. The s address I'm utilizing here. I'm calling the function inside the constraint. Okay. This can happen. Okay. So starting address is equal to, I am calling the function. Whatever is that function, if is less than 4. Okay, if e is less than 4, starting address should be 0, or else starting address is e minus minus 1. Okay, what is e end address? Oh, it depends. Okay, it depends upon the end address. End address is randomized. Okay, na, whatever is that end address, if it is less than 4, okay, if it is less than 4, starting address will be 0, or else the starting address will be end address minus 4. So 13 minus 4 is 9, 6 minus 4 is 2. Okay, like that. Here my intention is to tell functions can also be utilized inside the constraint, but not directly, but by calling the function. Okay, directly you can't use it. Okay, another word is there, unique. Okay, just a moment. 6:30. Okay, some small two keywords is there. We'll close it off, don't worry. Okay, I think 7 o'clock we people have the session, right? Yes. So you want to, ma'am, already you are telling that rand C is there. Again, why you need unique means unique key, rand C won't work for arrays. Okay, even if it is working for arrays, you should use only for, I mean, if you use rand C and if you use unique, it is wrong. You should use any one. Either use unique or use rand C. See, I'll run the code now. It will not work. Okay, you will get error, because both you should not write. You use anyone. Okay, if you do not want to use unique array, remove this unique array and use rancy. That is okay. No, you do not use, you want to use rancy, remove rancy and use unique array. Any one should be utilized. Rancy and unique, both if you write, you will get a wrong, you will get a you know error. Okay, so here I'm using unique keyword, unique of array. So my intention is for array elements I want to get unique elements. Okay, and those elements should be less than 10. Okay, so here why I'm getting 0 0 0, let me see. What did I write? Array of p. Okay, I'm randomizing. Array of I should be less than 10 for each of u of I. Okay, constraints are inconsistent. 1 minute. Rand I didn't do, no. Okay, now I'm getting 0 because I didn't do randomization. I should write rand. Okay, 10 values I will get, 0 to 9 I will get. Unique elements I'll get. See, unique, no, 0 5 2 8 6, all are unique. Okay, 10 elements I got. I will remove this now. I will use rancy. Okay, run. And it's an array. Rancy, just now you people have used it for normal properties. Okay, can you use it for arrays? Yes, you can use. See, you are getting the option. Sorry, you are getting the output. Okay, but as I told, little bit there is a risk of getting repeated values in the Rancy. I just told in the starting afternoon session. Okay, see, 9 and 9 got repeated. Even though if it is Rancy, still you are getting the repetition. But if you write unique, there is no chance of getting the repetition. See, unique I'll show. Definitely you will not get a repeated values. That's a little bit high accuracy as compared to RANDC. Okay, see, 0528637914. It is not repeated at all. Okay, actually RANDC also should not repeat, but as I told afternoon, that will work only in the hierarchy. Okay, so that's the difference between the unique and rand c. Okay, see, both you should not use. You should use any one, either unique or rand c. But remember, when you are using unique, make sure to use rand keyword. Okay, unique with rand c won't work. Okay, and you have a one more keyword, that is soft. Okay, soft keyword, what happens is, okay, without soft I'll show first. Last example. Okay, uh, let me remove this. Ah, okay. So here I have written address is greater than 6. In the inline constraint, what is this constraint? Inline constraint, correct? In the inline constraint, I have written address is less than 6. Both are getting conflicted with each other, correct? If this happens, if I run the code, means in the original I have written something. When I'm writing the inline constraint, I have written something else. Then which output you will get? Both the output you will not get. It is actually inconsistent. Okay, it should not be like this. That's what I told in the inline constraint. I told that I'll tell later. Na, this is what it is. If you want to write something that is adding the extra logic. You should not write something that is conflicted. See, if you wanna write like this, it should be greater than or equal to. This is all. This is okay. This will not create any problem, because for this it is syncing. But don't write something that is opposite to your original. Okay, you should not write opposite to your original. If you write less, it is totally opposite, right? You will get an inconsistency error. If you don't want to get that inconsistency error, and if your intention is to get overridden, then use soft keyword in the original constraint. If you use soft keyword in the original constraint, what happens is your second constraint, I mean your inline constraint, will work. Like I you want to override your original constraint. Okay, in that case you people have to use soft, which means what, you are making this line flexible to get overridden. It is actually very hard, you can't break it, but you are making it soft by means by writing the soft keyword, you are making it flexible to get overridden by next keyword, sorry, to get overridden by the next constraint. That is what is called as soft keyword. By writing soft keyword in the original constraint, you are making that particular constraint weak actually, and the other will get dominated, and the other answer only you will get, other constraint answer only you will get. Okay, which means what, that original constraint is getting overridden if you use soft constraint. Okay, if you don't use it, you will get inconsistency error. Okay, so that completes your randomization complete understanding and with respect to the coding part. Okay, so once I complete the session, now I'll close this session. Okay, so far is it clear what all we have discussed about the constraints? Hmm. Yes, is all the code clear? In the practice codes, still many codes are there. Apart from that, one document also I'll provide now today. Okay, yes, others, all the constraint examples is very 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 important. In the interview definitely will get this question, 100% sure. Okay, constraints to write the even number, to generate the even number, constraints to generate 101010 pattern, constraints to generate 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, constraints to generate factorial of number. Like this many questions you will get. For that you have to practice from today onwards. Okay, every day, just don't even take pressure. Every day two constraint if you practice also, that is more than enough. Okay, and very important constraint, in the even number you have to print odd number, sorry, odd, in the even locations you have to print odd number, in the odd locations you want to print even number. Like this type of constraint is very famous and mostly asked in the interview. All those questions I have covered in the document. Make sure to start practicing it from today onwards. Okay, yes. Okay, then I'll end the session now. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow at the regular timing, either 1:30 or 2 o'clock. I'll inform in the WhatsApp group. Okay, yes. Thank you guys, thank you.